Well, there's one silver lining to not being able to get out and live a normal life, Pete. So we get to jump on and have these sort of catch-ups over a meal. So we're having a DinneRoo tonight.
I love it. When he comes to the door, I just want to be able to go, Deliveroo!
It's like you're commentating a game of footy, and then he goes, "I'm going to Deliveroo!"
We love it.
So
what do you got?
If my memory serves me correctly, when I was a young player, when I first started, and you were the senior player, and you might have taken me down to Wild Bill's down there at Southland. And a late night, you'd always want to go into Chinatown for a late night feed. So I thought some Chinese from Surfers Paradise, just up the road. You happy with that?
Oh, well, you wouldn't believe it. I've just got my chili and soy sauce sitting here. There's nothing.
It's ready to go.
Dim Sims, Mongolian lamb, special fried rice, and of course the prawn crackers. So, too good. And you know what? You can eat it any time of the day, which I absolutely love it. Chinese, any time of the day.
Hey, and Deliveroo can deliver it any time of the day too. So I've got a good memory. I've remembered. So I've got mine's just got here. Let me just go get it real quick.
No.
Been dropped at the door, contact free, and here we go.
Salad.
So, salad. Silly. You don't make friends with salad. No, the local Japanese tonight. So I've got from Hachi-Kichi up the road. I've got the seaweed salad. I've got some sashimi. I've got a miso soup, and I've got some little pork belly skewers.
Oh, beautiful! Look at this.
Magnificent. How are you surviving?
Oh, look, I like it's funny at the moment because I do breakfast radio on the Gold Coast, and my wife Cherie, she does afternoon radio. So it's actually probably helping us because anywhere from 4 a.m. to about 10:30, I'm on air and just working out doing everything we do, and then from 2 o'clock to 6:30, Cherie's on air. So we actually only have a 4-hour window in the middle of the day where we've got to spend time together. So that's actually helping our relationship, or else it would be a nightmare. They've given us 2 weeks off, and I'm like, hey, we're at home. What are we going to do? We might as well work. So we've got a full studio set up here at the moment. We've got, the tie line, which goes straight into the studio under the Gold Coast. We've got our podcasting machine, voice box over there, mics, headphones, even my Hall of Fame frame at the back, just so when I'm going into work, they can just a bit of memory for them. So it's actually, look, as hard as it is, we're doing all right. We're still employed. We're not sacked. Radio probably at this time, even though the advertising isn't there, people on radio, it's probably one of the most important times where people are getting a lot of the information. And so for us, we're not blessed to be working in that industry, but at the same time, it's you get to hear a lot of everyone's concerns and what people are thinking and how they're all travelling. And, the Gold Coast is just like another big country town. So, look, as hard as it is, I'm still kind of enjoying it, even though we know that, there's a lot of devastation out there at the same time.
What about the kids? How the kids hang? How old are yours now?
I've got Caitlin, she's been working from home in Victoria. Yeah. She's 26.
Oh, yeah, so I couldn't believe that when I saw her at the Hall of Fame. Unbelievable.
You can't. When she turned 26, I said, Caitlin, I'm not allowed to have a 26-year-old. I said, you can't grow up anymore. It's ridiculous. So
the old karma train. The old karma train hitting you on that one.
Yeah. Summer's 20 and Anae's 18. So Anae's the youngest daughter. Got my young fella, Boston, who lives with us here. So we've got a basketball ring at the front, and he's doing his Saints training in the morning. So he's got the father-son academy stuff. So while they're there, I can see him through the window and out the front that he's doing his planking and his push-ups and his sit-ups.
How old is he?
Boston's 13.
Yeah, right. So who does he play with up there?
So he's Southport Sharks. And,
Sharks.
yeah. And I was, your old club.
Yeah.
The home of
Rooey.
Rooey.
I was Broadbeach and then, Southport, a couple of years at Southport.
Yeah, so he's there.
Stuff for them too. So my oldest, James, he's 5, but he was second year Oz kid. So he's devastated. He's just at a loss. Doesn't know what to do. He's So we're finding a way. We're finding a way. Have you made any changes, do you reckon, to your life through this period that you'll carry on with you now? Like they've almost been forced on you. So I know we've never exercised as much as we are as a family, and we've never been as creative as. So we've been having movie nights, rather than just ordering food, Deliveroo and then sitting around the table. We've been having a picnic outside. We've been having a movie night. We've been doing stuff that we would never have done otherwise, just because you're almost forced to get a bit creative, aren't you?
Yeah, and I think a lot of people will change. I think the main one for us, I suppose, is our family dynamics and the fact of mum and dad. And when somebody told me this last year, and when you really think of it, if you only see your mum and dad once or twice a year, and they're in their 70s, you're only going to see them another 20, 30 times.
Yeah.
So when you look at the reality of that, and now with this, we're unable to see them for a couple of months or maybe a year, and Sheree parents living overseas. I think just the way we always bag, your social media, your FaceTimes, your Skypes or whatever, they are very, very handy. And, the relationship now I've got, with my sisters and my daughters and my brother and everyone on one group chat, and the interaction you got, and just to see the different personalities come out. Like my brother saying, gee, I never thought Dad was that funny. And we're like, yeah, because we never really sat down and chatted. Yeah, so I think looking at that, definitely, I think that will change, and I think that will bring back a lot of that family aspect.
We had the Hall of Fame the other year, so a lot of Saints people tuning in. How big a highlight was that coming back to your old footy club with your family? You had all the family there that night. A lot of your old teammates, guys you played with. How special was that?
Yeah, it was really special, and it's one of those things where especially when you go on to other clubs, so you never really expect, even though you're a life member. But I think walking in that room, and I think something that the Saints have been able to do over the last few years with Russell Morris and Kenny Sheldon and a few others, is just the way they've brought a lot of the ex-players back. And when I walked in the room that night, I couldn't believe how many former players there were in the room. And obviously you had the current day players, but a lot of players through our era, a couple of them just slightly before me as well, which, I would have been there at the start and they're finished. So I think, just to see the amount of ex-players there, that was probably the highlight for me. And, just how nervous I was, getting up there and, you normally get on stage and in front of television or radio every morning. But to get up there and know you only had the 5 minutes and, to do that, it was awesome. And I'll never forget my youngest daughter, Nay, who's just turned 18, she had a couple of champagnes next to me. She goes, yeah, this is all right, isn't it? Champagnes? And I said, no, just get off the champagnes, whatever you do.
Give a wide berth at events like that.
Exactly right.
Hey, I'll never forget. So I got drafted, obviously, as an 18-year-old. I think we had two years together, so 01 and 2.
Yep.
Before you went to, I think the Swans next, right?
No, Hawthorn. Yeah.
Hawthorn. And so we had I don't know if you remember this. So we had it was the mid-season break under Blighty, and we were going terrible. So they took us down to Portsea, and we did a run and stuff through an amazing race through the back of Portsea, and we had to carry the barbells, we had to carry the eggs, and you couldn't break the eggs. And anyway, so it was like 16 Ks or something ridiculous. And I remember we were running. I was in my team. We were running along the Portsea Beach Road there, heading towards the finish line, and next thing, in the back of this ute, I see you've got all of your team in the back of this ute. You've flown past everyone. You got out about 300 metres before the finish line. Fresh as a daisy, all jumped out, carried the barbell across the line, claimed the first prize. I think it might have been a cash prize too. I'm not sure.
Anything to win.
I love it.
Yeah.
Shit, whatever it took to win.
Hey, it's better than our actual first ever one. The day you got drafted. Remember when you first got drafted? Our first ever community camp was down at Warrnambool.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and we had to go there. Like, these days, I think, the Saints, you've been over to America, trained with the sprinters, you've been to New York, you've been to all these places. And Grant Thomas' first one, we went to Warrnambool by train with a bike, and all it did was piss rain sideways all weekend.
That's right. Yeah. We've come a long way. Mind you, I think we'll be back there now. The boys will be lucky if they get to go to Warrnambool.
Oh, yeah.
Moving forward, there'll be no overseas training camps anymore. That's one thing we can
revisit 2001.
Hey, of all the guys that you played with, you played with a lot of great players. Who was the biggest character? Because a lot of if I asked a lot of the other guys throughout the 90s, they'd say you. But who's the biggest character you played with?
Oh, look, and as you say, you go through the list and playing at a few clubs. It was always special. Look, the characters are defined in so many different ways. I think the person who really got any football club up, and it didn't matter if, as I said, I was fortunate enough to play at 3. I still reckon Milne was the most consistent person you could get at getting everyone up. And it doesn't matter where you were, what time of day it was, what had been happening, how many 400s, how many 1Ks, it wouldn't have mattered. I think as a character, as in somebody who, it didn't matter who, even if the coach was grumpy, he would jump on him and give him a big hug and a kiss and go, come on, we can't be that grumpy. We've got to love this. And he was just consistently, I think, as the barometer of somebody who was just up and about as fun. But then, a character, I think, somebody who was dry sense of humour but always fun, probably Laser Vidovic, the big Fabio, he just played his role beautifully of the kind of character he had to be. Pretend he was this big dumb bloke, but he was just as smart as, and got himself in a bit of trouble, but also had a lot of fun.
Have you been back to Moorabbin since they redid it, back to RSCA Park?
Yeah, I've been, I was fortunate enough, unfortunately for the situation of Danny Frawley's funeral, but before that with Boston with the father and son rule. So been there a couple of times. So looks magnificent. It's one of those things you think, why'd they ever leave? But, you got to leave to work out what you've lost. So it looks fantastic. Yeah. So it's a great setup.
Yeah, awesome, mate. It's been great catching up. I know you've got the early start on the Brekkie Radio tomorrow morning, but if we could do it again, and you had your idea, I ordered for you tonight. So I know it might not have been perfect, the order. The food was good, but the order maybe not. Yeah. What would you go for next time?
For me, look, I do love I love Chinese, but I've gone a little bit towards the Indian. So there's nothing better than, because Boston loves his butter chicken, so does Cherie, the poppadoms, you get the naan bread, and then you've got to have like masala Indian hot, and no one else is going to eat it because it's too hot, so you get it all to yourself with a bit of samosa. I tell you what, one of the best.
You got the local little joint?
Oh, yeah. There's a little local around the corner. And you know what? Yeah, how good it is? I don't even know the name of it. I just know that's where it is. They know our order. Once a week, nearly every Friday night, it's always takeaway night.
All right. Awesome, mate. Well, it's been great to catch up. Thank you for being a part of DinneRoo.
Deliveroo!
Deliveroo! I hope it doesn't take a global pandemic for us to actually catch up again. But we've made the best of a bad situation. Good to see you, Spide.
Hey, really, thanks very much. And, go Saints maybe in 2021, because I don't know what's going to happen in 2020.